GottaBeReel movie reviews with Thommi
Hey.
and Jules. And right now, Tommy's doing a solo review on Pray for the Devil.
Ooh, ooh. It's only PG-13 though.
That name sounds like it should have been R.
Prey. It's Prey for the devil. Like, you are the prey, he is the predator.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you got these people who want to give us all these conspiracy theories. Oh, they're saying pray for the devil. They're trying to get to our kids. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Will y'all just relax with the conspiracy? Sometimes it's just a freaking movie or it's just a freaking song. All right, it's just a movie. It's not saying pray for the devil. That's not what it says. It's Prey, okay? There's no wordplay or conspiracy about it, all right? But it's PG-13, directed by Daniel Stam. Jules, who stars in this?
Virginia Madsen.
Oh, remember her when she was a little girl in The Neverending Story? She was the princess.
Oh, okay.
Aww. She's been acting since she was a child.
I think they're bringing that back. I think they have to redo it.
Don't get me upset right now. Okay. Virginia Madsen.
Jacqueline Byers. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Colin Salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Navarro. And Nicholas Ralph.
All right. So if you've seen the previews, what you're seeing, kind of an exorcism. So there's a nun who attempts an unauthorized exorcism and comes face to face with a demonic force. Why is she unauthorized? Because she's a woman, okay?
Oh.
They do not allow women to perform exorcisms. They are not trained in it. The only thing they can do is be kind of like a candy striper. I mean, they used to call those back in the day. Basically, you're kind of like a nurse's assistant type of thing. That's all they could do, but they cannot, under any circumstances, perform exorcisms. They're not allowed to learn it. None of that. If they ever get caught doing it, they're in major trouble.
And you know what? That's fine by me because I don't want to
you don't want to do
anyway. That's why I haven't watched this movie either. I don't play with that kind of stuff.
Oh, that is right. You know what? I'm like that with the Ouija board stuff. I'm like I bought a bunch of paraphernalia from Spirit Halloween, the day after everything goes on sale. I don't mess with Ouija board stuff and I don't mess with skull and crossbone stuff.
Okay. See, I've seen Ouija board movies.
I'm not into them.
I've even seen these kind of movies. That's why I know.
I
don't know when they're chanting and the ha ha ha. Like, what are you really saying?
They don't know.
You guys could be cursing us in the audience. I don't know.
They bringing up spirits.
I'm trying to see. Even when I watch a movie on TV or something,
you'll turn it down,
and they're doing all that Latin talk and the.
Do you plug your ears?
I plug my ears.
You don't want it in your house.
If I'm at home, I mute it. I mute it and I look away. I'm not going to pay attention to this.
It's hilarious.
Or I fast forward for a little bit so you didn't get me with your curse.
With them words they read ande dewey dembela.
Okay, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Ande dewey dembela. Everybody knows ande dewey dembela.
But what does it
really mean? Give me the
mean?
power, I beg of you.
Does it really mean that though?
I don't know.
It might not mean
anything.
anything.
I don't know. I'm not going to look it up.
Or it could mean something.
I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to take but anyway.
But you're going to keep saying it. And yeah.
So anyways, this nun, she decides with one of the, the priest. The priest has his little sister who's been afflicted. He's worried. He kind of doesn't want to go to the Vatican and say, I need help with this. So these two decide, how about you come on? I know you're a woman, but I think you have the strength. I feel it in you that you can help me and my sister. So they decide to go do it. Epic fail. They get chastised. But what she doesn't realize is the next one that's coming up has some ties to her past that she doesn't even realize. Okay? So she came to this convent as a teenager. She got herself into some trouble. She goes to this convent. She wants to repent. You know what I mean? She wants to be under the eyes of God and try to fix some of her mistakes that happened in the past. What she's not realizing is that the exorcism that they're about to do is tied to her. And nobody even realizes this. Okay? The movie, it started off like it wasn't slow. Like I want to say within the first 15, 20 minutes, they were already talking about, looky here, here's an exorcism, blah, blah, blah. You're here, you're not allowed to go, so don't even be thinking about going. Oh, but you're going to do it anyway? Okay, so now y'all in trouble. It wasn't scary, okay? This probably, again, wouldn't be Miss Jules' thing because it was just okay. It was very, very predictable. It was actually less good than I thought it was going to be. Very, very predictable. You knew everything that was going to happen. Literally everything.
Okay.
I would say go watch the original Exorcist with Linda Blair if you want to get scared about an exorcist. That one was more frightening than this one. I was quite disappointed.
Okay.
I was excited for it. There wasn't enough fight in here. It seemed like they just kind of pushed it real quick. It wasn't any different than any other exorcism movie that I've seen.
Kind of like they rushed through it.
Just slapped it together more so. Now, don't get me wrong. The actors did a fine job. They did a fine job, but sometimes, bad scripts happen to good actors, and they did what they could with it, and I enjoyed their acting, but the movie was rather boring. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real here. I'm giving it a 2.5 clappers.
Why do you with the half?
I don't know. It's just, I feel it in my. I probably should go with the 2.
You should probably just
let me retract that. I don't like retracting stuff after I've already said it, but I'm going to go with the 2 just because I knew everything that was going to happen in there. Nothing in there scared me.
Yeah, because you're keeping it real, but you're trying to fool the people.
I'm not trying to fool them, but I always tell you that I always give some respect to the actors when they did a great job.
Yeah,
I do.
But 2 clappers is good for that.
See, you're going to tell me when you see it if you find it to be 2 or 2.5 clappers.
I'd probably say 1 the way you're describing
You probably would if you even get through the movie. I'm going to go ahead and say it was a 2 clapper. Sorry, I'm going to give it a nice soft 2 clappers. Here's what kind of I guess gave me a little bit more respect for the movie. So this filming took place in the summer of 2020 in Sofia, Bulgaria, right?
Okay.
The actor Ben Cross, who played Cardinal Matthews, he passed away on August 18, 2020. This was after he had just wrapped up filming 10 days beforehand.
Wow.
Now she's definitely not going to watch it now. But it kind of puts me in the mindset of Poltergeist. All the people that died on that movie was cursed. Now, he's the only one that we know so far, and I'm praying nothing else happens to anybody else, but I'm just saying that was kind of a messed up thing.
Yeah. Well, this was during COVID. You said summer of 2020.
Well, 2020, yeah. And he passed away in August of 2020, but I'm not sure exactly what he passed away. But he was not that old, though. I mean, he was not like some elderly man. I want to say he was maybe in his 60s or so I'm not sure.
There was a time people thought people in their 60s were elderly.
That was back in like the 1800s when people would die of like a cold.
It was early 1900s too. I mean,
that's not
even
old.
Today they'll be like, an elderly gentleman, 68 years old, got hit by a car, something like that. I'm like,
no, elderly.
They still do that to this day. Some people just feel like that's old.
No, I mean, when you're 70s and 80s, you start getting to the age where people expect, you're.
No, I know this,
but I'm like 60.
I'm just saying,
no, poor.
Some people act like that's.
Yeah, no, that's
old.
not old. It's not old, and he actually still looked really good too. But I'm not sure what happened, but. This movie actually grossed total worldwide. Only grossed $14 million. I mean, it's not a whole lot.
That's pretty good for it not.
I guess for us not to be good. I
think that what pushed them is Halloween.
Don't even.
I'm saying Halloween, the holiday.
Oh, okay. I got what you mean.
So people were more
bringing it out.
See it.
Scary movies during the Halloween season. Yeah.
Yes.
Because people do want to watch a lot of horror, but I find some better stuff on Tubi.
Yeah.
I mean,
they didn't know because the commercial for the trailer,
it looked like it was going to be really good.
Yeah, that's why I was like, skip it.
Yeah, and it grossed 9.
Not that I thought it was going to scare me, but I was like, all that.
I know you're not into that. Well, it grossed 9.8 in the U.S. and then in the U.S. and Canada, and 4.2 million in other territories. I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, but like you said, maybe for now. The fact that they filmed this.
If they put this out, like, say, in May or something, it wouldn't have done 14 million, I think.
I don't think so either. It just wasn't that great. So, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and give it 2 clappers. I would highly recommend just waiting for this to come on one of your streaming networks. Do you recommend
that they even bother to see it then?
If you're just looking for something that's not extremely scary but labeled as horror, honestly, I wouldn't say, hey, Jules, hey, it just started streaming on HBO Max or it's at Redbox. Go get it. I wouldn't say that. I would tell you to go watch Bodies, Bodies, Bodies before I would tell you to watch this. Yeah. Just because Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was actually a pretty interesting twist in there. Nothing in here was a twist and it was so predictable. So I just it's got to be real. So yeah, I would say wait for it to stream on something you already have. Okay. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for our review of Pray for the Devil. Don't forget, Miss Jules and I, for GottaBeReel movie reviews, we are on Facebook.
Slow down.
We are on YouTube.
All right.
We are on Instagram. We're on Cash App. We're also on the FearCon network. So go to Connect to Your City Studios. You're going to see the FearCon tab. Tap it. You'll see all of our reviews for scary and some thriller. You can talk to us. Let us know what you want to see. We take requests. It doesn't matter what genre it's from, what type of movie it's from. Just let us know and we'll watch it. We'll shout you out on the show. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in to our review of Pray for the Devil. We'll see you soon. Keep your prayers up. Okay.